I'm Miss Teresa, your host and dance movement teaching artist. Welcome to Listen.Think.Leap, the creative movement podcast where all you need is yourself, your imagination, and a bit of space. In today's episode, we're going to get moving and dance out some patterns to wake up our bodies and minds. So go ahead and put your screens down, turn your volume up, and get ready to dance because it's Listen.Think.Leap. Now, before we get started, here's an important message for the grown-ups. By dancing along at home, you understand the activities in this podcast carry a risk of injury. And if someone gets hurt or something gets damaged while participating, you will not hold Listen.Think.Leap liable. So, double check to make sure any and all sharp corners, objects, slick spots, pets, and people are safely outside your dancing space. If you have to move something to make room to dance, make sure to ask a grown-up if it's okay first. If you need to adjust your dancing space, pause the podcast now. Ready to dance? Here we go. Patterns are all around us, but do you know what they are? Right, patterns involve two or more things that repeat predictably. So if we have a pattern of blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, what color can we predict will come next? That's right, blue. When choreographers, remember those are people who make dances, come up with a dance, sometimes they decide to use patterns in their movements. So today we're going to try dancing a pattern. Ready? Here we go. So first, let's try the same movement pattern together. Our first movement is to turn around. Now if you're sitting, find a change in the position of your body. That could be rolling your head in a circle, or maybe twisting your spine and then untwisting it again. Great job. Now for our second movement in our pattern, I want you to wave your hand. Pretty simple, right? Good. So now we have two very basic movements. One to turn around. Good. And then the second to wave your hand. Nice. Let's do that again. Ready? Turn around. Now wave your hand. Turn around. And wave your hand. Let's repeat that. Turn around. And wave your hand one more time. Turn around. And wave your hands. You've got it. Now let's try a different pattern. It's still a two-movement pattern, but we are going to change it up by doing the first movement twice and then the second movement just once. So it will be first movement, second movement, first movement, second movement. Ready? So for our first movement, I want you to use your creativity and come up with a dance move that is as wiggly as a worm. Maybe your arms are long and wavy, or your legs are wobbly, or your neck snakes your ribs and your back into a side-to-side movement. Got that? Now, your second movement, I want to be a big pushing motion, like you're pushing open a big heavy door. Good. Now let's put those two movements together in our pattern. Ready? Here we go. Wiggle like a worm and wiggle like a worm. Now push open a big heavy door. Good job. And wiggle like a worm. Wiggle like a worm and push open a big heavy door. Last time. Wiggle and wiggle and give me a big giant push. Great work. For our final pattern, I'm going to let you bust out those great dance moves. Instead of just repeating a specific movement for a pattern, you get to dance however you want to. First, we're going to try and dance fancy, like you were invited to a ball and everyone is wearing fancy clothes. Then we're going to dance like we're underwater, swimming or kicking your legs. And last time, you're going to do a race car move as fast as you can. Ready? Here we go. Fancy movements, all dressed up. Now underwater. Good. And now race car zooming. Nice. And fancy, and underwater, and race car, and stop. Wow, you did some amazing pattern dancing work today. What movement patterns can you come up with on your own? Are they going to be simple, or are they going to be tricky? Well, that's it for today. But before we go, let's take 3 relaxing breaths to finish. Go ahead and inhale and exhale. And breathe in and breathe out. And last time, breathe in and exhale that air out. Good job. Today's episode was produced and edited by Teresa Simpson. This episode featured music by Craig Austin with theme song by Sandra Kalmashier. For the latest Listen, Think, Leap news, check us out on Facebook or Instagram. And if you enjoyed today's activity, consider becoming a supporter of the show at Listen.Think.Leap.com or telling a friend about us. As always, thanks for moving with me. Till next time, remember to put down your screens, get on your feet, and keep dancing, kids.